The intensity is spiking, and the combat sports world is absolutely buzzing. Jon Jones is not holding back after a major challenge to his legacy. Kamaru Usman has sparked a massive debate by picking Brock Lesnar to beat Jones in a hypothetical wrestling superfight under the Real American Freestyle banner.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Kamaru Usman is leaning on the sheer size and wrestling pedigree of Brock Lesnar to claim a victory over Jones, despite Henry Cejudo backing the current heavyweight icon. The debate is heating up as experts weigh in on whether Lesnar could actually wear down a technician like Jones in a wrestling setting. Jon Jones has officially fired back, claiming he would get his hand raised against both Kamaru Usman and Brock Lesnar in the same night. This legendary posturing comes as Jones stays in the headlines regarding his potential future in the cage and his ongoing back-and-forth status regarding retirement. Switching gears to the hardwood, New York Liberty star Jonquel Jones has officially confirmed she is a full go for the 2026 WNBA season. After minor ankle surgery, she is back to leading the Liberty toward another championship run alongside Breena Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu. Keep it locked here for all the latest updates, and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for more daily action. Ever wonder what happens when two legends of the cage get caught in a hypothetical debate that hits a little too close to home? Well, Kamaru Usman just ignited a firestorm by suggesting that Brock Lesnar would absolutely manhandle Jon Jones in a wrestling match. Picture it, the sheer size of Lesnar versus the technical wizardry of Jones. It sounds like a fantasy, but in the world of MMA, these debates get under people's skin for a reason. Usman broke it down on his podcast with Henry Cejudo, arguing that while Jones is the more offensive wrestler, Lesnar's massive frame and hand-fighting capabilities would simply wear him down. Think about it. Trying to shoot on a human mountain like Brock is a nightmare for any opponent, regardless of their accolades. But of course, the ever-confident Jon Jones didn't let that slide. He fired back on social media with a classic Bones response, claiming he'd take both Usman and Brock down at the same time. You have to love that unshakable ego, right? This isn't just idle chatter either. With all the buzz surrounding a potential White House lawn event proposed by Donald Trump, and Jones flip-flopping on his retirement status, the tension is palpable. Even with Dana White slamming the door shut on Jones fighting on that specific card, the legend refuses to stay out of the headlines. Meanwhile, with Lesnar seemingly closing the book on his WWE chapter, the what-if factor just keeps growing. What do you think? Is Usman right that size wins the day, or is Jones's technical genius untouchable? Let us know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button if you want to stay in the loop on all things MMA. At the end of the day, in a sport defined by uncertainty, sometimes the wildest matchups are the ones that keep us coming back for more. Ever wondered who would come out on top if two of the absolute monsters of combat sports stepped onto a wrestling mat? We are talking about the GOAT, Jon Jones, going head-to-head with the literal beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. While this matchup sounds like a fever dream that belongs in a video game, the buzz around a potential Real American Freestyle superfight has people talking, and the legendary Kamaru Usman has just dropped a take that might ruffle some feathers. On a recent episode of the Pound for Pound podcast, Usman didn't hesitate to side with the sheer, crushing mass of Brock Lesnar. He pointed out that while Jones is a tactical genius, Lesnar's ability to simply wear opponents down through raw size and relentless pressure is a different beast entirely. Literally. It is hard to argue with that logic. Lesnar's background as an NCAA champion combined with his frame is a nightmare for any wrestler, regardless of their accolades. But of course, Jon Jones wasn't about to sit back and take that quietly. Never one to lack confidence, Jones hopped onto social media to clap back, claiming he could take down both Usman and Lesnar in the same night. It is classic Jones, unapologetic and always ready to bet on himself. Realistically, we are never going to see these two lock up, The bankroll required to get them out of retirement would be astronomical, and that's assuming both would even want to put their bodies through it. But it is fun to imagine, isn't it? Does size always conquer technique, or does a tactical master like Jones always find a way to navigate the chaos? Let me know in the comments who you think walks away with the victory on the mat. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the what-ifs of MMA, hit that subscribe button for your daily dose of fight news. After all, in the world of combat sports, the only thing more dangerous than the fighters is the speculation itself. Ever wonder what happens when two legends clash on a podcast, only for the greatest of all time to step in and set the record straight? Things just got heated in the MMA world because Kamaru Usman dared to doubt Jon Jones, and let's just say, Bones is not having it. It all started on the Pound for Pound podcast with Henry Cejudo. The guys were debating a hypothetical wrestling match, Real American Freestyle, to be specific, between Jon Jones and the absolute tank that is Brock Lesnar. Cejudo stood by Jones, but Usman, he went in a different direction. Usman argued that when you're dealing with the sheer, freakish size of Brock Lesnar, logic tends to go out the window. He basically said he couldn't envision anyone taking a man of that stature down multiple times. To be fair, it's a valid point. Lesnar isn't exactly a small guy. But Jon Jones is rarely one to let a slight slide. He caught wind of the comments, and in true Jon Jones fashion, hit back with an absolute bombshell on social media. He didn't just disagree. He claimed he could get his hand raised against both Usman and Lesnar on the very same night. Talk about a massive flex. Now, keep in mind, this is all hypothetical. Lesnar recently wrapped up his run in the WWE, and Jones has been in a weird spot with his UFC heavyweight title status. While there were some wild rumors floating around about fights at the White House, which Dana White quickly shot down, the reality is that we aren't seeing these guys on a mat anytime soon without a massive, eye-watering paycheck involved. Ultimately, this highlights the eternal debate of skill versus size. Usman is betting on the physical advantage, while Jones is betting on his own unstoppable legacy. Where do you land on this? Is Lesnar's size too much to overcome, or is Jones's wrestling IQ simply in a league of its own? Let us know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more combat sports updates. At the end of the day, legends might retire, but the ego, that stays in the ring forever. Stop everything, New York Liberty fans. The uncertainty is officially over, and your star center is staying put. Jonquel Jones has inked a fresh multi-year deal, securing her place in the Big Apple for the 2026 season. And let me tell you, the timing couldn't be better. We all know last year was a grind for Jones, marked by those nagging injuries that kept her from playing at her peak. But after undergoing minor ankle surgery this past October, she is back in the gym, and more importantly, back to being a full participant. When you hear her talk about being a connector for this squad, it shows exactly why she is the heartbeat of this team. Jones admitted that dealing with injuries was completely uncharted territory for her, but she used that downtime to refine her leadership skills, focusing on keeping the locker room tight and bringing everyone along for the ride. She told reporters she has absolutely no complaints, and quite frankly, that energy is exactly what the Liberty need. With a healthy Jones back on the floor alongside superstars like Brina Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, the goal is crystal clear. Nothing less than a championship trophy. It's that rare kind of chemistry that turns a talented roster into a dynasty, and Jones is clearly ready to lead the charge. What do you think? Will this healthy squad be enough to bring another title back to New York? Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe for all the latest WNBA coverage because this season is going to be an absolute thriller. After all, when talent meets resilience, a championship isn't just a goal, it's an expectation.